Hey Casey. Hey Kristen. Speed up? What do you mean speed up? Oh, I've got 1 million reroll shots. One second. I need to swap to tournaments back. What are the battle conditions today again? Defy knockback armored tank range. Okay. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself too, Casey. No, I can't get a level here. Oh, I can get a level here. And a level here. Nah, Casey, I think Kristen has already entered the tournament. He joins right at the start nowadays. Yeah. What a tryhard. Knockback resistance. I guess fast enemies would be dangerous. So when a commander comes in, fast are going to be a bit of a problem. Hey Jimbo, how are you? Good morning. And thank you very much. Good luck with your tournament too. Oops, wrong one. So death penalty should be an S mod. Let's reroll my harmony conductor first. Yeah, let's reroll these two stats. Hey John, how are you? No. I'm good. I just woke up from a nap. I was supposed to nap for like half an hour and then it turned out to be like 2 or 3 hours. I can't remember. I woke up really early today. I had my coffee and then I felt sleepy again. So I took a nap. Like feeling sleepy after coffee. Hey, what the hell is this, man? I don't want this for... Should I just switch this over for farming? 800,000 reroll shots, right? Should I switch my harmony conductor for to farming? I think that would be decent. That would be decent, right? Like, okay, let's see, what do I need for farming? So I have to remove this and then lock this too. So I'll need death wave quantity. Why would I want to switch my harmony conductor to farming? Would that get me anything? No, I don't think so. Kristen, you're here. Should I switch my harmony conductor to farming setup? I don't think so, right? If I switch anything, it should be Dimension Core. I should switch harmony conductor to tournament setup. Okay, so let's lock this. We got it mixed up. Maybe I can get rid of the smart missile stuff. Let's see what are the important ones that I need. Let's remove everything first. So if it's for tournaments, spotlight bonus would be important. I would need chronofield duration, chronofield speed reduction, or chronofield cooldown. And I would also need chain lightning quantity. Let's lock this up first, and then we do auto reroll on this. Or should I just auto reroll on all 4 of these substats? I mean, smart missile cooldown is decent. I don't need the smart missile quantity, but I do need CF speed reduction and chain lightning quantity, at least for today's tournament. Let's take this out first. Maybe I don't even get a single thing. What do you mean what I'm doing, Kristen? Rerolling Harmony Conductor for tournament. Then I can roll my Dimension Core for farming. Okay, we got Chronofield Duration. I need that. So now I need Spotlight bonus and Chain Lightning quantity. Why am I crazy? What's so crazy about this? Hey, okay, we got Chain Lightning quantity, so armored enemies taken care of. I just need Smart Missile. No, Spotlight bonus. Okay, let's do manual rerolls now. Why do I keep getting Golden Tower duration? You know what? Let's save this first. Right? Let's save this. And then we continue rolling out this thing. %, Chain Lightning chance. I mean, it is decent for today's tournament, so let's keep this first. But I really want the Spotlight bonus. Oh, I also need the Chronofield thingy, right? Chronofield speed reduction. This 15x Spotlight bonus would be better than 15% Chain Lightning chance, I guess. GT bonus, no. 8% chrono fuel speed reduction, no. I mean, if it's 11%, I don't mind keeping it for now. Yeah, speed reduction is hard to get. I mean, all those good stats, we don't really get them. Doesn't look like I'll get it today. That's fine. Okay, so nothing. Let's just keep this for now. We can use this as the S mod for today. Yeah, so my plan would be to put Harmony Conductor and Primordial Collapse. No, Harmony Conductor and yeah, Primordial Collapse for tournaments, and then that would help me more with overcharge enemies. And you know, I lose a bit of waves from Dimension Core, but it's okay. I mean, it's not like I really care about the wave counts anymore. Keep getting 3rd place anyway. And then in my farming, I can go for Dimension Core for tier 18. It's probably going to give me more waves. Okay, so let's continue the tournament setup. I do need Pulsar Harvester here. And yeah, alright, I think this is it. Amplify bot is almost done, so I guess we can just complete this now. What would be a good one? Thunderbot cooldown. Yeah, let's slot this in. Right, set up my range. So Ampot is completely maxed out now. That's nice. I think for a start in today's tournament, we should be using, because I'm using Space Displacer, I think I would be running with 60 meter range at the start. Yeah, 60 meter range should be fine. Yeah, let's do 60 meter range. Hey William, how are you? So I need to lower the range a little bit. Yeah, right, 60 meter range. Hey Kristen, if you're here, this is how you're supposed to do respec. See, no errors in respec. Watch and learn. See, over here you go to 100 and then you get 600 into each of them. Right? No errors. Over here 100, Now, because this is tournament, we don't touch cash and cells. Free upgrades. Let's bring this to 1.3 first. 1.5 here. Okay, so let's do the attack enhancements. Do I need more damage today? Let's come back to the damage later. Because there's knockback resistance, I want a bit more attack speed today, so 1.5. Is there AWP resistance today? There's no AWP resistance. Okay, so we can try to go for... Let's put 1.8 first. Ooh, we can get 1.53. Okay, so I'm left with 19Q. With 19Q... Hey Greenie, how are you? I saw your test stream earlier. Are you going to do live stream? Let's bring this up to 2.8. Well, 2.7 first, I guess. Health regen probably not so important. Man, your live streams are going to be crazy, Greenie. It's going to be like, what, 6-hour live stream? You're going to have a lot of... You're going to need a lot of stamina for that, man. It's 100 over here. Okay, we still got 10Q to spare. I guess we get a bit more damage. Yeah, 2.9. That's fine. I'm going to be there every step of the way, only to hate, but I'll be there. Now recovery package might be useful. So would cash. So I guess we bring this to 2.7. Bring this, okay, 2.8. Too much. So we can get a bit more cash. Yeah, alright. Looks like I've spent everything. I can probably take out like a few Qs from this, but I think we have enough to do fairly well in the tournament. Well, it's not going to change much if I add in that last cut. I probably should not run enemy balance because there is Defy resistance and there is knockback resistance and armored enemies. And also range ultimate. Yeah, okay. So now bots. Bots. We go for more CC today. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh. Okay, can I upgrade anything? Got range. Do I need more bot range? Nah, I think this is okay. Should I go for flame bot? Let me think. So what is going to kill me today? It's either commanders or overcharge. Commanders would buff the fast and the range enemies later on. So they are the more dangerous ones. Overcharge would just take out my shield. I think commanders would be the dangerous thing today. So yeah, having more stuns would be good. Okay, let's go into Thunderbot. Okay, so setup here, done. And yeah, over here is all done. Okay, let's go for the tournament. So yeah, we can set all of that up in the run itself. Let's get started. Shit, I need more damage. Now, because there is no op resistance, I don't want to trim the enemies too quickly. I'll probably have to pull my workshop ops in a little. Okay. Ooh, 80% on both. Very nice. Alright, let's do reduce the range. Oh, there's a boss. Pull the ops in. Add in the range cut. Okay, so workshop ops on the inside. What else am I missing? Oh yes, I need to put the poison swarm stun on. And no, stun has to be turned on later on. I can't turn it on right now. And my target priority needs to change. So range enemies go right at the top today. Thereafter, fast enemies would be pretty dangerous as well. And then I guess elites. And then closest. Or maybe boss and then closest. Yeah. Hey New, how are you? Okay, so I think we're all set up for the tournament. We should be fine. Let's check out the bracket later when we get to like wave 2000 or something. It should be... I think we should be getting around 3.5k waves today. Thereabouts. Okay, let me get caught up with the chat. John, my lifetime coin is currently 308.92Q. How about you? I'm currently doing about... Where's my run history? So about 420 to 440 Q per hour. $313. Okay. Yeah. Pretty similar, hey. Okay. I need to pump up my econ. That's my latest goal, right? I just don't want you to overtake me in lifetime coin. You need to slow down? I need to slow down? No. We only have one setting. Right now I need to make sure that Zevon never catches up, and I need to make sure that I overtake you in lifetime coin. So that means that I do need to pump up quite a lot of GT duration and stuff. Cooper, hello. Oh wait, this is DB Cooper. Welcome. We just started. It's wave 280. I'm using 60 meter range today. Hi Brian, how are you? You were happy that you were sitting at 450 million a minute. No, it's a black hole. You go in there and then whatever coin you get, you just want more. What's my plan for Black Friday or December stones? Casey, so I have thought about this because a while back I made the poll. I need to get IOM Plus. I think it wouldn't do anything for me, but we go by what you guys want to see. So since everyone voted that I should get Inner Landmine Plus, I'm going to get Inner Landmine Plus. Once that is done, then I think the remainder of the stones would go into GT duration. I'll probably get another 2 seconds of duration with the Black Friday stones. Maybe with the December stones, it would be Go Boxing. GT duration, hopefully. Thereafter, if I've got spare stones, if they are in like the hundreds, like 500 or more, I would probably get a bit of GT bonus. My GT bonus is actually quite low. But then it would be just going back into S-mods and just Go Boxing these 3 items here. Once I pass you in coins, we'll switch to completed labs. What are my labs completed? I actually can't remember. 2.71. Yeah. No, but John, this is not fair because then I will just have the incentive to lab like starting cash, right, Kristen? We're still waiting for that buff, Kristen. If Christian is listening, I bet he's trying to swear in the chat right now, but then it's going to get blocked. DB Cooper absolutely survived that jump. Wait, so is DB Cooper like a real story, or is it just like Prison Break? Is he a real person? Oh, it's real. Okay, cool. Yeah, they did say something about that, John. Like they wanted to make cash great again, or find more users for it. I guess project funding was one avenue. I hope they do more. I mean, obviously I'm here and alive. Really? Are you the real DB Cooper? Give me some money. DM me, DB. I'll give you my bank account details. Yeah, I mean, they have also said that Defense Absolute will be good. It's been a while. I guess, John, if we need to compete on labs completed, I would have to lab Defense Absolute. It's a pity that I can't go into the lab screen and let the game continue running at the moment. Otherwise, we could have a discussion about what labs I need to lab and stuff. Especially those version 27 labs. I still haven't managed to unlock the battle condition lab, but I really want to get that. It's tier 21 wave 1000, I think. Oh shit, John, 3,100 labs completed. Hey, stop labbing stuff. Take a year off your labs or something. Treble, hello, how are you? Debs is good for complete the event mission. What is that mission? Oh, the one where you have to get 400 levels. Okay, Greenie, so what do? I go into labs. I click on one of the labs. I click the escape key. Okay, I've pressed the escape key. So does that mean that the game is running now in the background? Okay, so now I can look at the labs with the game running in the background. So, oh, it might not work for me. Oh, damn it. Okay, so we can't do that. Yeah, I'm iOS. Man, you guys got all the good stuff with Android. Or is it because everyone's like using BlueStacks or something? Well, anyway, I think stuff like op resistance, I don't mind getting the op resistance one, as well as maybe like some of the ultimate battle conditions, like fast ultimate or fast speed, those stuff. I don't mind getting those things lapped up. Op resistance mainly just because I don't want to invest into CF13. So getting more op hits or getting more percentage of the boss's health with my ops would be decent for farming, I think. Don't you think that even with intro sprint nowadays, it's still very slow? I wish they would make intro sprint to go to like wave 3250, honestly. So like once intro sprint ends, we are at like a peak coin in farming. That will make things so much more efficient, I think. So I wonder what's my spotlight bonus today. 244. Oh, that would be nice. Interest rate plus plus. Let you skip times 20 levels. No, I mean, I do wish they just revamped intro sprint mastery to make it 3250 waves instead. Or maybe 3000 waves. I don't mind that 250 extra waves. It's just a bit silly that it doesn't get you to pick coin when the purpose is for, like, you know, faster farming or more efficient farming. Mastery levels 10 to 15. Yeah, that would be nice. Make the new masteries cost like expensive, right? Like big Q kind of coin. But my import is completely done. I'm happy with that. Make it where it scales per level, so people can't abuse it. What do you mean, Brian? Oh, Greenie, I have a question. I'm thinking about bringing my cell enhancement to 2.0. Do you remember how many laps I can put at 6x if I do that? Would it be all 5? Right now I'm at 1.8. I'm able to get just barely 3 laps at 6x speed. But it's pretty cheap now, like the cost of enhancement for those things. 3 to 4. 4 like half the time. Okay, I see. Well, so it's not it's not like all 5 laps, I see. Yeah, I might as well just bring it up, I guess. So if, for example, farming tier 12 takes you to wave 2500, farming tier 14 it scales to 2800 waves. I see. Well, I think it would just be easier if it's they added more levels to it, you know. I don't think. Well, even if they didn't, if they just revamped it, I think it'll be fine. Like, if you have the mastery, you should enjoy the full quality of life. 2.5 cell enhancement. Oh Jesus. I presume you are quite close to 2.5 on cell enhancements right now, Greenie. Oh, you've just been pushing coin. Yeah, makes sense. I've also just been like pushing coin. I gimped a little bit of ELS to get more coin per hour. Because of you, John. Just because of you. Wait, but how is your coin bonus lower than mine if you have more laps than I do? You clearly have been playing for a lot longer than I have to get 3.1k laps. Unless I don't know, I've been missing out. It's my modules. So my module bonus, well, I'm at 201 for my generator. Okay, I see. So you might have gotten RPC mastery a bit later than I did then. I reckon I would be close to like 3.1k laps as well if I didn't stop playing the game for that like 1 year. Oh, I am one of those who sort of didn't understand mods forever. I see. You didn't touch labs after Shatter Shards for a long time. Ah, okay. Well, I mean, at this stage where we are, like all the gems, you know what? I should pull the gems and update the cost. So let's do the module pulls now. What are we at currently? We are at, I think 6. Oh shit, I forgot the number. What was it? 7.2k. We've got another 2,000. What the hell? No, I'm not regarding that as an epic pool. Okay, we got one. I need 4 more to get to Ancestral. Oh my god, my module luck. Alright, nothing else. So we just pulled like what, 2.5k? So 7.1 plus 2.5, that is 9.6k. So 9.6k for 4 copies. OA. Yeah, well, shitty luck. Casey says my mods are 170, 161, huge difference in my level. And yeah. So I think they go up very quickly as they approach to like 200 and above. John says, when I started being more interested about the game and how it works, I realized all the mistakes I make. Yeah, but that's the nice thing, right, John? Like, the because of how exponential everything is, the earlier mistakes that you make, they sort of don't really mean very much. My generator is like 190, 183. Oh yeah, that's quite a big difference. I want 1 star. Well, Casey, I mean, at this stage, I don't really care. If I get it to Ancestral, it's Ancestral. If it's 1 star, it's 1 star. Because for armor, there's really not many substats that we need for like a tier 18 farming, I think. Or well, I mean, where I'm at, I don't think there's many substats I'll need. I just need like the +2 orb speed, Death Defy. Those 3. And the rest can be whatever, you know. Maybe get like defense % or something, I don't know. A wall rebuild would be decent. So orbs, yeah, like 4 of these items I think would be decent. Then the rest can be whatever. Global Killer, hello, how are you? We've got 2 villains in the chat today. There's DV Cooper and Global Killer. An international man of murder. Alright, we're just about 1800. This means that I need to pop nukes. Oh, there's a fleet there, so I just pop nuke now. International Man of Mystery, Austin Powers. I've been watching your old streams. They are entertaining and helpful. Oh, thank you very much for that. I hope they are helpful. I'm not sure how entertaining they are. Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I was actually thinking recently, like, because the tournament runs are so similar from one run to the next, there's really not much value in doing live streams for tournaments, I think. Especially since I don't really micro or what. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, when Greeny streams, right? If you guys watch Greeny stream, he does a lot of micro towards the end of his runs, and it's really good for, like, learning strategies. I just cannot really be bothered, nor would I have the concentration required to look at the chat and micro at the same time. So I've been thinking about what else I can do streams on. Maybe I'll just, like, stream for like 2 hours, just chat and, you know, do it in farming runs or something. Hey Bonzos, how are you? Long time no see. Yeah, no, Greeny, that's true. Like, it's a lot of work for micro, and I'm sure it will help the wave count significantly. It's just managing or reading the chat and microing at the same time. It's not possible. And, like, you know, the number of times where I'm supposed to you know, I would say, like, oh, okay, wave 1900, I'm going to pop demon mode, and then wave 2000 comes, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot that. Okay, so 2200, I will pop demon mode, and then suddenly it's 2400 again. Send it and forget, no other way to play. Yeah, it's much easier. No, but I've watched a few of Greeny streams. He streams in the JPlays Discord sometimes. If you guys have a chance to watch him stream, you should see it, especially towards the end of his tournaments. He does all sorts of crazy strats, man. And that's what separates him from you know, plebs like us. Yeah, I'm good, Bonzos. You know, at this stage in the game, like, most of the things that I'm doing is very repetitive already. Yeah, I saw your test run on YouTube today, Greedy. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of all those months ago where I did my first test stream. Oh my god, the guys, like, who was it? I think it was JPlays, Kristen. We were all in a voice chat together. I was asking JP for some help on how to set up stuff in YouTube, and they were just trolling. It was the funniest stream ever. Yeah, JPlays was he was playing around with, like, I think the voice, some voice settings on Discord, and so he sounded like you know, he was speaking through a radio and stuff. It was hilarious. Okay, so we're getting to 2000. At 2000, we'll see the bracket, and then our view set for a while, and then no, I think by 2500 we would have gotten over the sadness, and then we can just 1 hour to the end of the tournament. Bonzos, it sounds like a stream. No. If Christian is in the voice chat, it sounds like a recipe to get your account banned. Or maybe Zevon. If Zevon is there, it's also dangerous. You're treading on dangerous waters. Yeah, but when I first started with the live streaming, I had absolutely no idea what was going on. I think just setting up OBS itself was it's crazy. Yeah, voice chat audible on the live. Immediately after that, I had to take down the video. I think I took it down. Hopefully, I took it down. Okay, we are just at 1900. So we need to get ready for the fleet. Hey Greeny, are you in your run at the moment? You are? Okay. Depending on the difficulty of my bracket, I might have to get you to tell me when to do wave skips. Teamwork making the dream work. oh shit. Okay, so I am supposed to use demon mode now. There was a commander. You start paying attention now. Perfect timing. Yeah. 3200 sounds like it's a good time. I think because of my lower attack speed, and also because it's armored with knockback, I'm going to start taking chip damage around the 3.2k region. Yeah. It might either come from fast or range. Probably range. Later on, I might have to put my workshop ops on the outside as well. I'm just afraid if they would kill the enemies a bit too quickly. And that might cause me some problems with overcharge enemies. Or alternatively, we could have very good bracket luck, like what Christian experienced again. I swear this Christian, he must be like giving Futs some side cash or something. His bracket is again very, very good. Like nobody above wave 3000. Yeah, 2.5k. Christian never struggles. Yeah, I hope one day Christian gets into like a bracket with like the top 10. Yeah, Greeny, you know what? He started joining in the first 15 minutes. They are usually very good. But then, like, if I join in the first 15 minutes, then I get you in my bracket. But yeah, I had tried joining in the first like 15 minutes of the tournament before. It's generally pretty good. So it starts at like 11 a.m. for me. The 11 a.m. to 11:15 brackets, I think they are decent. 11:15 to 11:45, generally pretty difficult. Yeah. But honestly, right, Brittany, at this stage I don't really care. Like, you know, the extra keys would be good and all, but I think at least for this version, I just want to play the game for and have fun playing it. I don't want to stress out too much about it. I think if I tried really hard every tournament and try to push this and that and everything, I'm going to get very burnt out with the game. I care about the lifetime coin. Yes, it's because it's you, John. I could, you know, I don't really care about the tournament performance and stuff. It's a personal vendetta against you, that's all. So I did this with Skylar, but Skylar is like, I think he's still playing the game, but he's not as active anymore. So all I wanted whenever was just, you know, I don't want him to beat me. And anything else, that's fine. But he's not beating me in lifetime coin. And whenever we chat, if he doesn't beat me with his lifetime coin or coins per hour, I'm happy. Yeah, I completely agree, John. I'm very sure that the build that I have and your build is very different as well. You did mention that you only focus on chain lightning. But for my damage, I tend to spread it out across all the different ultimate weapons and stuff. It's just different playstyle, but at least once we get into like the few thousand wave count, the damage really isn't too important anymore. Enemy health is just, you know, very high at that stage. Oh, okay, 10 more waves till I open the bracket. I would say though, John, that if you are going for a very heavy chain lightning build, your build is probably a lot more efficient stone wise than what I'm doing. Okay, above 2000, let's hope for a good bracket. Prague. Oh damn it. Okay, I might beat Prague. Wise, yeah, it's fine. Looking good so far. Okay. Liking what I'm seeing. Okay, well, I mean, this guy's in the 400s. We don't really need to see. Okay. Okay. Ooh, very nice. Right. Guys, is this going to be... Are we going to get first place today? We might get first place today. It could be close. Really? Yeah, maybe with Prag it might be close. Let's see what he got last tournament. Let's do a quick refresh. Let's search for Prag. Prag was... Yeah, he got 3.2k waves last tournament. I think last tournament I did 3.4k waves. Okay. Yeah, it might be close. Oh, but also last tournament I didn't really maximize my wave count because I was trying like the galaxy compressor thing with Pulsar Harvester. I should be first place. Yeah, nice. Second, about, you know, let's not jinx it, but I think it's going to be first place finish for version 27. Let's see like the live bracket analysis, live placement analysis. I can't even remember how to search on the tower. Oh, they have so many new features on the tower.lol now. And it looks so complicated. I'm not good at reading graphs. Some descriptive statistics and stuff. Greeny says, I learned more about the fleet spawns a few days ago that will be helpful for anyone that knows the seed. What did you learn about fleet spawns? Oh, you know what, guys? I feel happy now. Normally between wave 2000 to 2500, that 500 region, or that duration of time, that's when I'll feel very depressed, like I get a hard bracket again. But I think this bracket is decent. We might have a good shot of winning. Objectively speaking, this tournament is probably harder than last tournament because of armor and knockback resistance. So I do think that we would be... If we can get to wave 3500 or so, we should have a very good chance of holding first place. If you have wave skips off they actually spawn in a certain order, so I know what will spawn if I have wave skip off. But once in a while, it repeats a fleet type. I'm not sure why yet. Once in a while, it repeats a fleet type. What do you mean by it repeats a fleet type? Like if I had overcharged this fleet, the next fleet is overcharged as well? So let's say the order is SAP, overcharge, and commander. So you will get SAP, overcharge, commander, SAP, overcharge, commander in that order. And then suddenly, if you... every now and then you get SAP, overcharge, commander again. Oh, that's the exact order? Oh, maybe I secretly know the seed, Greenie. Historical, hello, how are you? I played this, but it took me so long just to get to wave 10. Really? 10 waves should be pretty fast. I can't believe I guessed it. What was it? SAP, overcharge, commander. Okay. I guess it's just because it's just the seed. Yeah, they probably just put like you know, let's say S is for SAPs and then O is for overcharge and C is for commanders. So they in their string for the programming, they would just put SOC, 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 and then every now and then they put double SOC. Just for the variability in the fleet spawns. I don't think they want it purely deterministic. And so if you're someone like what I guess most players would be doing, if we just use our demon mode and nuke at a specific order, eventually there will be a divergence in when, like let's say I use demon mode whenever there is a commander, then at some point, because of the jump in the string, it's going to not repeat itself. So you can't just use auto demon mode and always cheese commanders with your demon mode kind of thing. But then wave skip can completely change which one spawns for some reason. Oh, that's interesting though, the wave skip thing. But at least the wave skips are seeded, so yeah. I guess the question would be if I took out the wave skip later on, would that fleet that spawns be identical to you if you also took out wave skip at that particular wave? Oh, it would be the same. Okay. That's interesting to note. Then I guess they really have a string for every single wave, right? So there is a one-to-one mapping between a wave number and the fleet spawn on that wave. Also, I noticed this in version 27. Something that is, I guess, one of the newer features of this version compared to previous version is that in the previous version, from tournament to tournament, we generally had a lot more variability in the order of our ultimate or of the battle conditions. But in version 27, remember we started off with a lot of protector ultimates, and then it seems like now it's a lot of tank ultimates. It's tank ultimates for I don't know how many tournaments in a row. So my guess is they are using some sort of combinatrix on the battle conditions, right? Like we have in Legends more bosses and ELS is always there. This one is going to be between Defy and Energy Shield for every tournament. So we have this like 5 over here that are variable. It seems like they have locked in tank ultimate for this, and then they do the other permutations on these other things. Previously it was maybe like protector ultimate over here, and then they lock the other 4, or they make the other 4, they do random rolls on those things. But because there are so many different permutations, I think there would be, if I remember correctly, there would be 16 other battle conditions. So we can actually calculate the total number of permutations, right? Like 16 choose 5. But if they're locking one of it, then we divide it by 5. So I don't know, it's still going to be a huge number of combinations that we can get. I think the last 3 or 4 tournaments have been tank ultimate. So we did have like 4 protector ultimates or something in a row. And then now it's like a 4 tank ultimates in a row. Maybe next tournament it would be something different. Well, I mean, it would suck if they had like 5 or 6 fast ultimates in a row. That would be really painful to do. There's a commander that turns into a saboteur with wave skip off at 3415. Okay, let me note it down. 3415. So all I have to do, Greenie, is like before 3415, I turn off my wave skip, yeah? This is awesome. This is awesome. Yeah, we're gonna cheese our way up there, man. Three four one one to 3416, so it has to be then. Okay. Wait, but how do you know it turns into a saboteur? Oh, so you know the seed. Because of the spawn order, I see. And this is advanced information. Similar songs. Hello, how are you? Yeah, this is the next level way of playing a game, right? That's why we all need Greenie. Just ask him what needs to be done. He gives you the TLDR of it. Fleet spawn mechanics are one of the biggest things I've been able to ever do for more waves. Yeah, I can imagine, because like you get more control over the type of fleet that you are going to be getting. So I think for tournaments like today, commanders are going to be a bit of a problem. If we can skip all the commanders, that would be really, really good. DB, they should host a high-level tournament with Greenie and the rest, not me. Not me. I would get, you know, I would be too depressed joining that tournament. I don't want that. I'd rather stay a big fish in a small pond than to enter into the big ocean with all of those sharks over there, you know. With OA, it's completely dependent on commanders. For me, I could get to 8,000 if commanders didn't exist. Yeah. Wait, so you're using OA in tournaments now? ACP and OA? I've been thinking, like, if I get my OA to Ancestral, I might take out ACP and go with Space Displacer and OA. Because even though it's like a, I guess it's like a 15x fall in coin, 15x fall in damage, OA seems to, I guess, do percentage damage, which later on in the runs seems to be better for me. Aren't the infinite runs based on OA as main and Space Displacer as assist? I'm thinking whether to go for infinite run, knowing they are going to fix it soon. Similar, are they going to fix infinite runs? Yeah, that is absolutely true, Trevor. I am 100% on board with you. In the world of Boom Boom, what looks cooler, right? OA plus SD is going to be cool. I think the true Boom Boom build has to be SD OA. Cannon, we don't really care about the cannon. We would also need Primordial Collapse for triple black hole. We would also need the second one can be whatever. Second core can be whatever. But we need like some poison swarm cooldowns to get more poison swarms as well. Oh, and that would just look glorious, wouldn't it? In terms of the substats, we need like double landmine chance on our armor S mods. Ancestral on the armor S mod. And then yeah, everything would look perfect. Would it be efficient? Probably not. Would it get us very far? Probably not, but it's going to look really nice. With higher level in CF plus, is it best to run lower range, especially in tournaments? Matthew, it depends. So if you run a lower range, then it's easier for your swarms to tag or at least for me, it's easier for my swarms to tag fleets when they enter. So that's why I'm running a lower range. It's also so that I can get more Space Displacer explosions later on for like more controls. But generally, I think if you are at CF10, bosses will no longer be an issue for you. And, elites, it's just whether or not you can kill them. With the fleets, overcharge is less of a problem with lower range. But with higher range, commanders will be less of a problem. There's still going to be a huge pain in your ass though. It's just less of a problem. The second core is magnetic. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Is magnetic hook visually nice to look at, Treble? Maybe I should roll my magnetic hook, huh? I guess we can use magnetic hook and harmony conductor. No, I can't. I need harmony conductor and primordial collapse. Oh well, we can use. No, we can't. I don't see a point of rolling my magnetic hook, to be honest. Harmony conductor, the effect is pretty good. The miss chance is nice to have. They had infinite run some time back. They fixed it. Greeny had a tutorial about. Oh, so those are for tournaments. Similar songs. Yeah, they fixed infinite tournament runs. I think currently there is an infinite run strategy for using orbital augment. and it works up to tier 16. Maybe tier 17 might be possible, I'm not sure, but certainly not in tier 18. A few years ago with wall invincibility when bosses spawn at a specific time. Okay, so that was with like all Thorps. No. With like wall Thorps, right? We used to, because the boss spawned at a specific time, it's one of the mechanics that allowed us to help recharge our energy shields and not get it proc. Not lose too many energy shields. So the way it works is you time, I believe, your wall rebuild to be at level 9, the lab for wall rebuild to be at level 9 back then. And because bosses spawn at a specific time, every now and then when you will get a boss that enters your range just as your wall is invincible. And then the boss would be able to hit the wall twice and potentially die if you had enough wall thorns. Something along those lines. But also during that time, I think it was useful for maybe just that extra few waves in tournaments. Certainly not for farming, because I think everyone was sort of EHPing for farming at that time. Yeah, it probably stops at tier 16, DB Cooper. You're right. But that was definitely not an infinite strategy. I think they fixed it by making the boss spawn at a variable time during the boss spawn windows. Yeah. They kind of doing it with they did it with fleets as well. I think fleets used to spawn right at the start of the wave. But they have now made it like at a variable time during the wave where the fleet spawns. Yeah. Well, if they fix the infinite runs, that's fine. It's it probably wouldn't affect me in any way. But I guess for some people who are trying to farm tier 16 and so on, it might be a bit more of a check. Yeah, but because moving from tier 15 to tier 16 from memory, it took quite a bit to move up to tier 16, mainly because of Protector Ultimate. By the time you can do the new infinite runs, it's better for coins just to go to tier 17 plus. Probably, yeah, I would agree. Generally, if you are able to hit like 6,000-ish, assuming you have wave accelerator and intro sprint, if you can get to like 6 to 7,000 waves, it's probably worth trying out the new tier. Mainly because your coins per hour is going to be relatively stagnant after like 6,000-7,000 waves. So getting, if I can get to 7,000 waves, there's no point in me going for more EOS, going for more damage to get to 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 waves. The coins per hour is not going to change by much. The whole mechanic is such that even with infinite damage, yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool strategy, right? Although I am curious, Greeny, what is it going to take for you guys to farm tier 19? Are you able to farm tier 19 at this stage? If I remember correctly, tier 19 comes with fast ultimate. I think it's fast ultimate. So maybe having some stuns on the bosses would be decent. Almost as good as tier 18 for you. Wow. Okay. So that means that you are actually trying tier 19 farming runs now. That's cool. I reckon with my farming build, even if I use like 40 something meter range, I am probably getting to wave 3000. That's about it. Yeah, sure. I'll just log into Discord at the moment. Send a screenshot of my sheet to visualize what the spawn order looks like. Let's see. Well, you have a whole spreadsheet for this. So if there is wave skip, fleet info, no wave skip, spawn. Oh, I see. Hey, that's a pretty cool sheet, man. Do you mind if I pop it on the screen so people in the chat know what I'm looking at? Okay, let me save the image. Greeny spawn order. Okay, now I have to figure out how to put this on the screen. Can I just add this? Ah, yeah, okay. That was easy. Let's put this over here. Check this out, guys. This is next level. They have a spreadsheet. Greeny has a spreadsheet. So I presume the way it works is you check whether or not there is a wave skip, and if yes, then this box is ticked. This will be where the waves are going to be skipped from. If you have wave skip equipped, this is what the wave that the thing would spawn. Right, so if I have wave skip equipped, it will be a saboteur. If I have no wave skip equipped, it would be a saboteur as well. And then the spawn order is going to be this thing over here on the side. Fleet spawner. Nah, it's from Greenie. It's from Greenie, so I'll remember it that way. Greenie is a is a RNG enemy that spawns every every 40-ish waves. That's how I know what spawn will spawn even when I didn't see it, what it was. That's so cool, man. That's so cool. Is this your own spreadsheet, Greenie? Let's take this off. Did you come up with this spreadsheet? Wow. Man, Greenie, this is too much. You need to go out of the house more. Don't make a spreadsheet on this game. Although it is very useful information to have. I made two a few months ago. Basically the same. I guess like if you're really trying to push the waves, it's really important to know when the fleet spawn. It's all part of the strategy aspect of this game. I wonder though, Greenie, like if we equip like the ally chip or something, are we able to convert overcharge enemies or convert commanders into allies? That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Like we just don't have to deal with the enemies at all. Although I don't think it will be super viable because it's not like we can spec every tournament out of summon into ally. Eventually, if presets are a thing, if that is also a thing, it will be pretty cool. And let's check out the bracket. Yeah, Preg is going to go to like 3.2k. I think Wise, we are probably safe from Wise. Rev would be, yeah, we'll be safe from Rev as well. Grey as well, and Alarming. Alarming is fine as well, okay. I think we have a very good chance today. That would be useful for me with presets. Yeah, it would be very useful towards the end, right? Like if instead of killing the fleets, we just converted them to allies immediately. And then I don't know how it's supposed to work, but maybe the enemies kill them or something. Maybe the commander can buff us. That would be pretty insane. Hey Doug, how are you? When am I going all in on inner landmines so I can boom boom? So the quantity of the inner landmines is not going to change. It's just how much they boom for. But you know, I go for the visuals. We already have all the visuals that we need. inner landmines related, I guess. I guess you could make a point that I need one more quantity, but it pisses Zevon off that I don't have this gold box, so you know I'm leaving it at 5 quantity. And thank you very much, Doug. Yeah, it would be a low probability event, similar. But then that's why we have to upgrade that chip to, you know, maybe increase the probability. It's nice to have you back on the stream again, Doug. I mean, it would also be very fun if there was that RNG aspect, right? Otherwise, if everyone follows the same strategy and like the fleet spawns are deterministic and stuff, you end up seeing a lot of people with like the same wave counts and so on. But if this thing can add like the RNG aspect to the game, I think it would be nice. And also I heard that they said Defy is seeded. I don't think that is true. Because like if I did 2 tournament runs, the number of Defys that I get in one could be something like 9. The other one I get 1 or 2. Talking about you behind your back? What do you mean? What do you mean, Zevon? I wasn't talking about you. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah. Having 5 mines pisses you off. I don't want to go box it. It just depends on what wave I get hit and how many times I see. I summoned you. How are you, Zevon? So the RNG there is from where enemies spawn. I see. Be right back. Need to use the washroom. Alright, we're back. I doubled down. I used to be kind to you, but ever since you unsubbed for ever since you unsubbed for my only feat, I have been different to you. Yeah, I know, you're not paying the bills anymore, Zevon. I used to call you daddy. Now you're just a stranger. You're just somebody I used to know, you know. And yes, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, Doug. You're depressed because of me? What? Are my feet that enticing? Yeah, they couldn't get any worse. No, Zevin, don't say that. Don't say that. Always look on the bright side of life. Now that you are unsubscribed from like OnlyFeet, you know, you have more money to buy other things in life. Like you can subscribe to JP's OnlyFeet. How was your tournament bracket this time round, Zevin? Hey, JP, you're here as well. I mentioned someone's name and then someone pops up in the chat. The bright side. What do you mean, Zevin? I used to call you daddy, but no, not now. Spartan's my daddy now. I admitted it live. Whatever. Spartan is the father of many. Yesterday, we were in Spartan's voice chat. It was pretty funny. Like everyone's name was Kevo something. That's pretty funny. And I think Spartan wanted to ping the proper Kevo, but then he pinged me instead. And so that's when he became my father. Zevin can afford socks now. Oh, Zevin's a free elf. Hey, congratulations, Zevin. You're free. Have you guys joined the tournament, JP7? Zevin joined. How's your bracket, Zevin? I've got good bracket today. I'm happy today. Yo, Zevon, language, man. Language. And it's not a competition. JP says, I'm traumatized, gonna wait a little later to feel the disappointment. Yeah, you have been getting quite bad brackets, says it, JP. Who is coming for me? The police outside? Yeah. I guess. Don't get busy with me. There's always I'm not even sure if that is an ambulance or the police. I'm pretty sure it's an ambulance. It's a lot of medical emergencies. I'm waiting for the day people swat me to help their tournament chances. Guys. I'm a law-abiding citizen. Getting this kind of bad rap, not me. I don't have it in my bones. Hey J Hong Ryo, how are you? How am I so pro? I am not pro at all. I've just been playing this game for a long time and I've spent a lot of money on this game. Oh no, I can't take off wave skip if I'm in jail. Yeah, but anyway, Jay Hong, I've been playing since 2021 for this game, so it's been a long time. So that's why my tower looks like it's more developed than what you might be seeing, but by no means am I like in the top 10 kind of thing. I'm far from that. Hey Study, how are you? Brian, I had earbuds in and I had to take them out. I was like the police driving through my town. No, it's just me cooking up in tournaments again. Guys, it's not that I'm cooking up in tournaments. It's that the sound insulation at my place is very bad. So that's why you can hear the sirens. I'm a good boy, I promise. Cross my heart. $308.92Q. Oh, it's the Zevon face. Yeah. 308.92Q. And 444.86 Q coin per hour. Yeah, boy. Come Black Friday, we're gonna try to pump up that number to, I don't know, 500 Q per hour by Black Friday. Just about 2.7K waves. Okay. I can't really remember, but for today's tournament I'm at 1.53 on my ELS enhancement. I want to say that it's the same as last tournament, but maybe last tournament was 1.52. I honestly can't remember. Oh boy, I don't know how to read your name. It's Thai, I guess. How will I know what black hole size is enough for my tower? Oh, firstly, hello, how are you? Well, generally, bigger is better for black hole size. I am currently using, what is it? 66 meter black hole. It is enough for me when I'm running 30 meter range, but I think in tournaments sometimes I might need like a bit more range. So it also depends. There's a lot of factors that affect how much black hole size you need. Like okay, when my black hole pops up, I'll explain it. So if this is my black hole now, if I'm killing enemies out here, then it doesn't provide the bonus, right? So increasing my black hole size might be useful for the extra coverage. But if I'm killing all my enemies in my black hole, then it's not really necessary to get too big of a black hole size. But in any case, black hole size is quite cheap to level up. So if you feel like you're not sure, you can always err on the side of caution and get more black hole size. The only reason why I haven't go box mine is just not enough stones. But at the start, I think bringing it to 60 meters is probably a good idea. It does offer like protection and all as well, you know. Study says average is 50 meters. Yeah, 50 is okay. I think at 50 meters you would probably be killing quite a bunch of enemies outside of your black hole range though. But for a start, 50 meters is decent. Yeah. My rule of thumb is to have black hole covering my entire range of my tower for farming. PC helps a lot too. Yeah, makes sense. It's crazy that, you know, I find it really intriguing that in farming runs, when enemy health reaches to something like this, I'm quite close to death already. But then in tournaments, I can get so much further. Not sure why that's the case. I mean, I guess there's a bit more damage. But, you know, not by a significant amount. I think I'm sitting around 300-ish trillion in tournaments. But in farming. But then in tournaments I can go to like, I don't know, close to AB health before I die. But then in farming runs at this level of enemy health, you know, I'm starting to take damage and all already. Has anyone tried like not using Dimension Core in tournaments? Do you know how much of a wave loss I would get by removing my Dimension Core? Okay, so John, you're saying it's because of Dimension Core, I see. It really makes a big difference with Chain Lightning. Added over 1000 waves to my farm as an assist mod. Oh, I really want a second Dimension Core. Wait, but that means if I take out my Dimension Core for tournaments, I'm going to be screwed. Wouldn't I? Yeah, I will definitely lose waves, that's true. I don't mind losing a bit of waves. If I lose like 100 waves or so, maybe even 200 waves, I don't mind it. Because it would help with farming. Hey Graham, how are you? I want a second Dimension Core. Sounds like one of those first tower problems. Yeah, it's one of those later game problems. For me, the main problem is that back then, I didn't realize that I needed a second Dimension Core. So I ended up 5-starring my Dimension Core. Where is it? And so the chance of getting a DC copy is very low. Even though this number is trash, right? Like, I keep getting dupes even though I don't have this kinds of things. But what I would have ideally wanted is 5-star everything else except Dimension Core. Keep my Dimension Core at maybe 4-star. And then pull for a second copy. So it would increase the number of copies that I can get. But yeah, I didn't have enough foresight to think about this back in the day. Substep presets would be amazing, I think. Oh, have a good night, study. Thanks for hopping in. I learned from someone else's mistake about that. I'm 1 Dimension Core away from an Ancestral for farming. Hey, that's nice, DP. Yeah, once you get it to Ancestral, and eventually as you get to like 4-star, just keep it at 4-star until you get a second one. Save me a future mistake. Don't 5-star call. Yeah, so the modules that I think are worth not 5-starring, let me see. Let's look at the standard banner. Cannons, whatever, you just do whatever. It doesn't matter. Armor. Armor, maybe a second Space Displacer or a second Anti-Cube Portal might be decent. Although the farming substats and the... So I think later on you might want to have some extra health in your farming. Just for overcharge and whatnot. So in that case, maybe some EHP substats would be nice. And then for tournaments, you probably can do with lesser. Actually, no, I think 1 copy of it should be enough. But if you really wanted a second ACP, maybe. Generators... irrelevant for having second copy of it. And for the cores, Dimension Core is a good one. I wouldn't mind a second Primordial Collapse. I wouldn't mind a second Harmony Conductor as well. Yeah. So then I can go like HCPC and DCHC or DCPC. But just thinking about the amount of reroll shots that I need to make that work is just, it's disgusting. I'm keeping Galaxy Compressor and Astral Deliverance at 4 stars for now to get a second for S-Mod. Pulsar Harvester, and Being Annihilator are my only 5 stars. Graham, why would you need a second Galaxy Compressor or second Astral Deliverance? You can't equip 2 of the same modules for S-Mods. Maybe like getting a second Astral Deliverance might be okay for tournaments. One for tournament, one for farming, but I don't think it really matters that much. Yeah, it's probably just DC and PC. $3415 and $3805. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to 3800. Well, maybe my ELS is a bit better today. It's just I think the one commander comes in, I'll be screwed. Oh, but the whole purpose is that I'm going to be skipping the commanders. Okay, so 3415 and 3805. The unique effects of core make the beneficial. Make them beneficial in farming and tournaments. Yeah. Bounce shots, yes. So bounce shot is something that helps in tournaments but not in farming, because in farming we actually don't want too much damage. So there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can completely devil your bounce shot chance. You will lose a lot of wave count. But because you are not having any bounces, all your enemies will be killed at your range line, so it's really good for coin. The lazy way that I'm doing is I just devil my bounce shot range to 0, and I keep bounce shot chance at whatever level it is. And so between the two, completely devoring your bounce shot chance gives you a bit more coin, but it's a lot more micro, so I'm not bothering with it. But yeah, especially like for those people who are transitioning into Glass Cannon, this game is a bit strange in the sense that typically in other games, if you are thinking about a Glass Cannon, you want a lot of damage and not be hit at all. This game you don't want to be hit at all, but you don't really want too much damage. If you have too much damage, you end up losing coin economy. So I would argue like the more important thing for Glass Cannon is not so much damage per se, but more controls. The more controls you have, the easier Glass Cannon farming becomes. I think there are some advanced strategies with bounce. We saw that. I figured I might want one as a main and one as the assist, depending on the substats, I guess. At least for cannons, Graham, it's not too important. And in fact, for the generators, let me pull up my dimension, my galaxy compressor. So I think I got like the perfect galaxy compressor, right? If we look at the other substats, cash bonus maybe for tournaments, but unless you know how much more cash would it actually give. Recovery amount might be decent for tournaments. Maybe it might allow you to survive one more overcharge hit. That's about it. No, max recovery, I think. Yeah. Those are the only two other substats, and having an entire second galaxy compressor just for those two substats, probably not very worthwhile. There are 3 commanders between those spawns. Okay. Ugh. Well, in all likelihood, it's going to be the tanks that are going to get me. Later on, the tank ultimate, it's going to be a bit difficult to kill them. On the bright side, if I do get to 3,800 waves, I will be at AB health, which has never happened before. So that will be a new milestone. I doubt that would happen though. That's a lot of RNG and a lot of pulls to get a copy. It is, Brian. This game is such a grind. I think when we get to 3,000 waves, that's when I'll turn on my Poison Swarm stun. At this stage, we are still very safe when thinking about how close the tank enemies are. I barely got to AD health last tournament, but I had stopped killing Commander 600 waves. What do you mean you stopped killing them, Greenie? Like, the Commander survived for 600 waves? How is that happening? No, the seed was good, so I could get past them with nuke and second. I see. One got DP'd, eh? That's pretty sick though. I mean, it's pretty cool. AD health, that's crazy. But where are you getting all the extra damage from, Greenie? I presume like you have a bit more of everything than I do. Like, you know, a bit more crit factor, a bit more damage per meter and stuff. And oh yes, okay, because your S mod for the cannon and core probably is like 50-ish% or something. That's what's giving you the extra damage. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Makes sense. I completely forgot about the multiplier efficiency for cannon and core. But looking at how fast the enemy health went up once we got to double A, I think going from double A to AB, it doesn't take very many waves at all. So from AB to AC and to AD, it probably wouldn't take very long. Maybe over the span of like, 200 waves or something that you'll get from AB to AC. Or maybe it might stay at AB for a while, I'm not sure. Oh, I just found out that the Ally Guardian messes up the normal recovery package amount. Graham, could you explain? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? For you, it's around 800 waves to go from 1AA to 1AB. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. Okay. So I think it got to a point when I got to like 100 AA, there was this one level where it just, what was it, 200 AA? It just jumps from 200 to 400 in one wave, and then thereafter it's like within 50 waves I was close to AB. So I presume that it scales up very fast after that point. Oh, so it's a tournament specific thing, I see. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that it doubles. I know like they change the scaling every now and then, but I didn't realize it was doubling. I was doing a milestone run and put on an untouched ally. The ally's 1% recovery amount over the normal amount, and my health only healed 1%. Okay. So is that a bug, or is that just a feature of the ally chip? Given how little testing we have on the ally chip, I'm not sure. But when you reach 1 AB health, only a few waves later it jumps to 1.74 AB. I see. Graham, you found a feature that Greenie doesn't know about. Hey, Greenie, get good. You need to test everything for us. Hey Noah, how are you? You changed your display picture, Noah. It's not that it's a good feature, but I'll take what I can get. Oh, you know what? I think there was a bug because the other day I swear I saw my wall rebuilt, and it was in the invincibility phase. And then I think Overcharge was shooting me, and so I lost half my wall, and then I lost my entire wall. Did I stop paying? Did Greenie stop paying his subscription too? So money hungry. First picture was when I first made a YouTube account. I see. What is this picture? It looks like it's a screenshot of a tower. Alright, oh, 3000 waves. Alright, that means I need to turn on Poison Swarm Stun. Yes. Let's check out the damage breakdown at this stage. I presume Chain Lightning would be a lot higher than Swamp. Yeah, it's about 4x of Swamp at the moment. Now what I'm really curious to see is how this number would change once I get Inner Landmine Plus and a few levels in Chrono Jump. Maybe we'll start doing AA damage with Inner Landmines. Oh Noah, you're going to start creating YouTube videos as well. Do it, do it. Oh, I figured, I remember something. I remember some shit. I forgot about my shockwave entirely. Now for my shockwave today, I do need it to be slightly bigger because of range ultimate. I need a way to push the range enemies a bit further. And thankfully there is tank ultimate, so I think what I'm going to do is to try to get to 2.1. Oh, it's just nice. Okay, 2.1 for my shockwave size. This way I should be able to push range enemies out. Because what's going to happen later on is with tank ultimate, the knockback, and there's knockback resistance, so I'm not going to be able to push the range enemies and I'm going to start taking chip damage. So I think having a larger shockwave size today would be decent. And in fact, since there is tank ultimate, I can go a little bit further with my shockwave size, I think. But let's keep it at 2.1 for now, and we see how we go with that. I'm using 60.9 meters at the moment. You reckon I should go like larger range? I think 60.9 is decent because it's placing my ops at my inner landmine at the moment. So the thought process that I'm having is, if there's mass enforcement and the enemies start coming in, they get trimmed off by the workshop ops, and they get stunned at my inner landmine range. The overcharge actually hit pretty hard. How do I see? Oh, overcharge damage is here. 89 trillion. Why did I lose so much health? I guess it's compounded from a few overcharges. Honestly, I think second wind mastery and health regen mastery would be pretty decent unlocks at this stage. Now, after my second wind procs, my wall is going to be, if my wall is up, I would be able to tank overcharge for quite some time. And then that will give me some time to regen my energy shields and whatnot. But everything else is just going to one tap my wall, so I don't know. Oh. Oh, I got scared there for a moment. I thought that I just lost my second wind and demon mode procced. I just saw the repeat fleet happening, 2 overcharges in the row. What wave is this? Okay, it's a problem for future me. I don't have to worry about that. So is there a situation, Greenie, at that wave count, 4400, where if the overcharge doesn't get into your poison swamp, it's not dying? Is it at that stage yet, or it's still very chill for you? You know what I think would be a really cool stream, Greenie? When you eventually do your live streams, it would be really nice to see, like, let's say you start your tournament, right? And you start your tournament with, I don't know, with Zevon. Okay, Zevon's tournament will definitely end before yours. So once Zevon is done with his tournament, the next person joins the stream and then they do their tournament, and it's all side by side. And we can see how many people you can get through. I think you can get through like 4 or 5 people in the span of one tournament, maybe more. I know for me, if I do 2 of my tournament runs, you are still in your first run. That would be pretty interesting to watch. It's like Ip Man, you know? 1v10. And also, I think another thing that could be very cool is if, like, while you are doing the tournament streams, like if someone else comes in and then they show you their tower, and then you tell them what to focus on or something. Like I think Crowbar did something similar, like those pump my tower series, but you do it live. I think that would be interesting. Because the problem with advice is, suppose I give someone advice now, I might not be correct in my advice because where you are, maybe between where I'm at to where you are, the priorities might change. So if I tell someone that like, oh no, you don't ever need this, it might be wrong in saying that. But then now like you are sort of at the end game, you would have a very clear idea of what is most important at each stage of the game. And I think for the most part, for everyone, that most important factor is going to be econ. But there might be certain detours that need to be done at certain stages, like, get a bit of card masteries before you even go back to doing more econ, that kind of thing. You would have a much clearer idea than most people. The greenie challenge, have more waves in the top. Honestly, I think like if all of us so currently there are 20 people, I think Greenie probably has more lifetime coin than the remaining 19 of us in the chat combined. That's probably true. Wave count in tournaments, maybe not. Maybe not. It's quite common to get like 1,000 waves nowadays. Okay, we're at the double A health, 2.6. Oh, it does seem like I will get past 3.5k today. Surely I'll get past 3.5. Maybe 3.7. 3.6, 3.7. Thoughts on Black Hole Plus, or someday I can make he can make a video about Ultimate Weapon Plus. I don't think Greenie has Black Hole Plus yet. It's probably his last one. It's probably, yeah, I think so. I remember he mentioned that some time ago. You might have to be the sacrifice for Black Hole Plus. If I remember correctly, Black Hole Plus does a percentage of wave health damage to every enemy after Black Hole ends. I don't think it's there for the damage. Probably wouldn't really make much difference. Yes, so Matthew, I heard that it does pull enemies in closer a bit faster. But it's more important if you if you have a larger black hole, then there is a zoom out effect on your screen, so enemies take a bit longer or a bit more travel time. So Black Hole Plus is useful, but if your black hole size is at 70 meters or so, it should be fine. It wouldn't really matter much. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. Go test it out. Let us know. Oh, 1 second. Let me go boil some water. I think it's time for my second coffee of the day. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. I forgot to turn on the mic. Yeah, I was talking to myself then probably. Yeah, who knew that saboteurs are actually dangerous now? What a noob. I know, right, John? Oh my god, getting worse and worse with each tournament. I fell asleep. Now, I went to make myself a coffee. Now I'm feeling awake, right on time for the next saboteur to come, and hopefully my wall is up. Hopefully it doesn't take off my chrono field again. How is the quest for finding a girlfriend? Well, I found one. It turns out that she was with me all along. I just had to look down on my left hand. And she brought her very good friend, my right hand. I mean, I've met a few people recently, but I've also been really busy with work at the moment, so I haven't really been exerting much effort in trying to get to know somebody. Is her name the Tower? Oh, there we go. Look at that. It's really the saboteur. And I didn't have to worry about it because it turns out I've got demon mode for this one. But that's really cool, and I can slot in my wave skip once again. Hey Jackson, how are you? What amazing timing, isn't it? Like you see, I foresaw all of this earlier, Greeny. Like I knew the wave spawn order. I knew the seed. That was not a coincidence when I said like Sap overcharge commander. I can't afford a why is a girlfriend going to cost a lot of money? If that's the case, then she's not good for me. Find a missus that will buy stones for me. Oi, Zevon. You've been summoned once again. Yep. There we go. That's my Jackson. This is my stone pack buyer. Actually thinks women don't cost money. I'm sure you would have to... I think when I find a partner, I'm going to be thinking about building a life together, right? So there will be certain monetary stuff that we have to spend on. But oh shit, overcharge. Oh, overcharge, die, overcharge. Oh shit, everything's so far away. Oh god, this is it. Oh, it's finally dead. Okay. But yeah, because I'm you know, if we are thinking about building a life together, then of course there will be certain monetary things that need to be spent on. But if she's spending too much money, then, you know, she's looking at the wrong place. Or if I'm spending too much money, then she's probably not the right one for me. Beyond my lifestyle, right? How many do I need this time round? How many are you intending to buy me? I need a sugar mama. The only place she needs to be looking at is the web store. In my opinion, too many women see building a life together as the two of you building her life. I see. Yeah, Graham, that's not going to happen. I'm quite a selfish person, so... Maybe that's why I'm still single. Oh no. Oh no. I need to learn how to share. Uh-oh, Defy. Well, thankfully I Defy. I had nothing. Wow, hey, we're luck sacking our way. That's the way. This month's purchases have all gone with my creator code. Gonna go with Spartan and spread out the creator codes for Black Friday. Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different people with creator codes, right? Right, we're at 3,500. At least we've gotten to 3,500. I'm happy. Hey John. This is how you see John, this is why I mean to Zevon. Think about it. This is why I'm mean to Zevon. No, Greenie does not have a creator code, right? It's unfortunate. I would gladly use Greenie as my creator for the creator code. I think in terms of if I didn't have a code, I would naturally use whoever code gives me the most value in terms of my stage of progression. And for like, I don't know how long, whenever I was thinking about how to progress in my tower, back then it was always Crowbar Zero and Greenie. And I learned quite a lot from their videos, so you know. I resummon you once again by talking smack behind your back. I did not talk any smack behind your back, Zevon. Jackson just suggested that I needed to find a missus to buy stone packs for me, and I thought of you. See, you're the first that comes to my mind, Zevon. Not the missus part, but you know. When I think of stones, I think of you. Do you know the way? Hello, how are you? Let's go, yeah, let's go. So we seem to be in a bit of a pickle a lot earlier than before, hey. Only at 44 AA health. And already like no second win. We've lost quite a few of our energy shows and so on. Why don't I max landmine damage in Workshop Plus? Kristen, I care about your health. If I do that, you might just get a stroke. I don't want that to happen to you, my friend. You can't even stand it when I lap like landmine damage. I had to take it off because of you. What times do I stream, Jackson? That's a very good question. Normally in the first hour or first 2 hours after the tournament starts. Most of the time that's when I would be streaming. But every now and then, if there's a bit of a hiccup, I might stream like in the last 2 hours or so of the tournament. Oh shit. Overcharge not dying again. Die. What the hell? You're sitting in my poison swamp for so long. Just die. Oh, it's finally dead. Oh god. Hanging by a thread. One more hit we would have died. Oh, we died. Was that a range? Yeah, we got killed by range. Nice. Alright, so 3,500 waves. I think it's safe to say that we would be first place in this tournament. Given the second place guy got 3.2k last tournament. Let's check out the damage. Swamp is about half of Chain Lightning. Okay. Decent. And Black Hole damage is really significant, isn't it? Happy with it overall. So, yeah, okay. 3121, 3492. I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon, but I think we are safe. Well, we can merge 18 of them. Oh wow! Okay, we got legendary plus. Okay, let's merge all of this. Now we complete the mission. We can get rid of all of this. Yes. Merge this. Yes. Merge this. Alright, just 4 more copies for Ancestral Orbital. Very nice. Now I've completed the mission, so I can shatter all of this. Done. So we slot back S-mod, primary, assist, and where is my negative mess? There we go. Assist. Time to get health mastery. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Well, next one was a commander. Well, I don't have to worry about it. We died anyway. We got enough for one more level here. Very nice. Almost at 201. So I think once this gets to 201, I'm going to... So currently in my missions, it's set to core. But once my core gets to 201, I will just switch it back to random shots. Yeah, I think that would be the play. Because I don't really need the 201 substat for the other two just yet. Farming. Modules are all set up. Bots go back to farming. Oh, we've got a bit to spend. I guess this is cheaper, so we go with duration. Heck, let's just go for bonus. We've got some coin. Oh, I can't buy anything. Yeah, maybe I'll keep this at 1.8 first and then bring this to like 1.6 or something before I move on. Damage, I don't need damage. Ops, I don't really need them as well. Yeah. So many things to change right after the tournament. So 1 second, I'll get caught up with the chat after. This is done. -15. Target priority. In spotlight. Tank. Closest. Yeah. Okay, so everything's set up. Let's get caught up with the chat. Oh, everyone was just saying GG, okay. DB says, any whales hanging out at the bottom of my bracket? Let me check. I don't think so. Tier 16, tier 20, tier 17, tier 17, 17, 17, 17. Yeah, I think we're pretty safe. It's a very lucky bracket. 400 waves, I honestly don't think Preg would win. So we should be good for this tournament. First place finish, let's go. Alright. Casey says we are going to get a last minute stream tomorrow if second place guy gets up to 3,300 waves. I doubt so, Casey. If he overtakes me, he overtakes me, whatever. I don't want to spend another 3 hours doing tournaments, because 3 hours would be what, 1.3 Q of lifetime coin, and I can't let John overtake me, so no. And they really need a master preset option. I completely agree. Yeah, it's a bit of a hassle, and more than that, it's easy to forget what needs to be done. I think that's the hardest part for me. Yeah. But anyway, I think we're done with the tournament now. So this would be a good time to wrap up the stream. So yeah, I mean, pretty standard run today. Range ultimate. Eventually we got it was a range enemy that got us, but whatever. Wave count as predicted was about 3.5k thereabouts. But it's a pretty standard tournament run. I think if I could redo the run again, what I might want to try would be to use 80-meter range, or maybe something slightly further out, where let me pause my screen. Okay, so if I could redo the run again, what I would probably do is to, let's say my inner landmines was over here. Okay, I would try to put my workshop ops a little bit further out, and just a bit more range, and just use the inner landmines for trimming of, or for controls from the tank enemies or fast enemies when they get in due to the knockback resistance. I would probably lower my shockwave size a little bit, and let's say my range line is at this basic enemy. I would probably put my ops just on the range line, or maybe slightly on the interior, so that I could juggle the enemies and get more consistent bullet damage out, so that I could get rid of the situation of that, that overcharge. It was just taking off everything because it wasn't dying. But other than that, I don't think there was very much else that I could have done differently. But anyway, this would be a good time to wrap up the stream. So thank you all for joining. All the best in your tournament runs, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.